I was born in eastern Wayne County by Stark County. And when I was 4 years old, my parents moved to northern Ashland County in West Salem. And I was born and raised as Swarth and Trooper Amish. I went to school with Naomi for 7 years. I knew her very well, but I never thought that I would marry her. She grew up in a different church district than I did. And I didn't see her much until she was about 16 years old. And I thought, well, she's very pretty. And I'm really gonna look into getting married with her someday. And we got married, and we have 7 children, 4 girls and 3 boys. And I really liked the Amish lifestyle a lot when I grew up, but I never found peace in the Amish religion. I had a big struggle with why God would torture his people for all eternity. And I remember going to bed and just really struggling, not going to sleep, because I really wondered whether I was going to spend my time with God in eternity or whether I'm going to be burning for 1 billion years. And I did not understand that I was really struggling spiritually. That was just some of the issues I was dealing with. And my dad was a bishop, and I had to really follow the church rules because he was a bishop, and I was very well acquainted with the rules and did not really have a problem with the rules. I just thought we should have a closer walk with God. And after we got married, I met an Adventist, and we started talking about the mark of the beast, which is always a very big concern among the Amish, and how we're going to avoid the mark of the beast. And he shared some literature with me, and I read it, and I was very impressed that it was quite different. The mark of the beast was going to be about a quite different subject from what I always thought it would be. When I first started reading the Bible more, especially the English Bible, because we used to just read the German Bible, and I didn't understand it as well. But when I first started reading the English Bible, Naomi was very, very receptive, and she liked the idea of having more understanding in the Bible, until she saw where this was leading. This is going to lead us to be excommunicated from the church, because we cannot follow all the biblical principles that Jesus left us in the Amish church. Even just to keep the Sabbath. If you keep the Sabbath in the Amish church, you will be excommunicated as a heretic. And so when she saw where this is all going to lead, she kind of froze out, and she just wanted to stop reading the Bible and just try to not have knowledge in all these areas, and hopefully God will still accept us, because we would dishonor. She thought we would dishonor our parents if we kept the Sabbath and were baptized and all that. So she just wanted to stop right there and remain Amish. And I kept reading and sharing with her, and she enjoyed it, although she thought I was crazy in my head.
Yeah, I really did think he was crazy in his head, but just keep following what he was reading and believing. It really put me in a hard spot. I knew I have to either lose him or my family, my mom and the rest of my family. I knew Andy's not gonna leave me, just walk out of the house, but as far as spiritual, that would have been a breakup, because I wasn't following him where he was going. I knew he was on the right track, but I was just way behind. But I knew what we were reading made sense, but I was just not strong enough to keep following him. I didn't want to lose anybody. And I started realizing how much controversy this is going to bring in. They're going to excommunicate us from the church, which that means they're not going to buy or sell or eat with us, or I'm not going to be able to help my mom because she was living here with us at the time. And I wanted to do what was right, what God wants us to do. So I just decided I'm going to follow him, and whatever that brings in my life, I'm sure God will lead us out. It looked kind of dark for a while, but I think it was all worth it.
I'm not offended that the Amish shun us, because I know they're just trying to do the right thing to show us that we are misled and that we have been deceived. I really appreciate the Amish, the way they stand up for principle. They think that if you leave the church, you're deceived, you're misled, and that is their duty to bring you back into the fold by shunning you and even starving you if they have to bring you back into the fold. So that made it very easy for us to become Seventh-day Adventists, because we were taught that it's a life and death situation. When there's church rules, when God laid rules for you, you die for them. You don't cross that, even if it means you die for it. So that made it very easy to become Seventh-day Adventist. I do not enjoy being different in the community. I mean, if you saw me out in my fields, you won't know me any different from any other Amish. We maintain our Amish lifestyle, and I enjoy that very much. And like I said, I do not enjoy being different, although it is a joy to witness to people that think they have the truth. They believe that they have been called out as Moses was called out of the world. They truly believe that. And so really you cannot go talk them out of their beliefs. You have to show them a better way. And just the fact that you have peace in your heart. They can deny what I say or what I preach, but they cannot deny the peace and joy that is in our life. We started observing the Sabbath in February of 2014. 6 months later, we were baptized and became members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And I have a real burden for the rest of the Amish, because I know they would make very wonderful Adventists, because they have been taught the right principles, simple lifestyle. They would enjoy the Adventist message if they understood what it was all about. And so we have a real burden to reach out to the Amish. We believe there is, and we know there is, a tremendous field for harvest that we could harvest here. And there's many people leaving the Amish churches because they're not finding spiritual, or they're not finding their spiritual needs in the Amish. And so we know there's tremendous potential in the Amish community for witnessing. And as a matter of fact, just last night we had an Amish couple stop by, and they told us that they're planning to start keeping the Sabbath, and they were very willing to worship with us. Now we are on a mission to build a local Seventh-day Adventist church, partly because it is essential for us to have a local church where the Amish can depend on going to if they do leave the Amish church. They need a local church where they can worship, and also a school. We're planning to have the church and the school together if we can get the funds for it. And we have local Seventh-day Adventists or Seventh-day Adventists that are within driving distance, that are supportive, and they will come and help us get the church started and attend the church and help make it a go.
We are all happier and healthier since we decided to surrender our life to God, and we really believe it was all well worth it. We thank God for bringing us out of darkness into light, because we really believe this is the truth.
We believe that this is a fulfillment of prophecy, that God will reach out to all nations, kindreds, tongues, and peoples, and that includes the Amish. And it is our duty as Amish people to make it possible for the Amish to be part of this message, and to come out and worship God, the true God, and keep the Sabbath, which is the sign of the true God.